All right, scientists, which of the following most logically completes? All right, so a greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide, forms a transparent layer that traps solar heat beneath it in the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, I think that's good. Or maybe some climate change stuff coming up. Atmospheric levels are currently increasing, okay, causing the climate to warm. So it's the atmospheres, so it's the increase in carbon dioxide that's causing the warm and the extra warming effect that is predicted by. Oh, so it's not 100%, but they claim that it's the atmosphere that is causing the issue. There is no other issue. But the warming that has occurred is a great deal less than what would be expected based on the model. Therefore, so so the model is saying the increase in the atmospheric air level of CO2 is the reason for higher temperature. Mod, it's saying that increase in, let's say, 100, I don't know what, ounces, I guess, of CO2, maybe 1 degree higher. But in reality, per model, in reality, maybe 100 ounces of CO2 did occur and only increased by zero point 0.1 degrees. Maybe only 50 ounces CO2 happened. The warming that has occurred is a great deal less than would be expected based on the model. The better measurements of, I think this could be a legitimate A. Should probably, no, that can't be right. B can't be right. There are factors besides the increase of contributing to the warming of the climate. I think if there are factors besides, then it should be even more warmer than expected. The result is it is not as warm as expected. Whereas C saying that there are other factors contributing towards the warming of the climate. I think what this is saying is that this would be an answer if perhaps it was warmer than expected. But this is actually telling us the opposite, that it's not as warm as expected. I don't think C is right. The computer model must be incorrect in some respect. I think this could be a factor. The likely consequences are unlikely to be much less damaging than predicted. I don't think this is right. The consequences are going to be just as damaging as predicted. I don't think this logically flows from this. This is nothing talking about consequences. I think it's between A and D, and at this point, I think this is saying D because this is saying what warming has occurred is a great deal less than what we expected. This is saying that for the computer model said for 100 ounces of CO2 if 100 ounces of increased CO2, saying that uh, that increased uh, amounts of increased 100 ounces of CO2 causes 1 degree higher. But in reality, 100 ounces of CO2 did occur and it's only by one. So that tells me there's something wrong in the model. I would select D. I don't know if A is not referring to when I read this, I don't think A is being talked about. So I would select D at this point. Yeah.